All right, guys, that was the end of Veera Dheera Sooran. Yeah, I think this film can lie in biryani disaster area. Like, I think it just, the way it started so well in the middle section so well, then we go in the backstory. It kind of took time, okay, but that also became very engaging. We never found out, it's very easy to say, oh, if that didn't work, it will work when part one comes out. If that didn't work, yeah, like that is kind of, it's becoming an excuse. Like the whole portion of the sister of Suraj, she just, the dog is barking and she asked Orlik something is wrong, and like that, that didn't make any sense to me. It just felt like they just wanted to get the plot going, and from there he was with three people in that truck, the elder guy and with Vikram and with Kali. And then the next scene we cut to these two cars and he's dragging him in an Innova. Like, what? What happened suddenly? Like, out of, like, it made no sense to me. So, yeah, and then it's just forced, more people just coming. Police showed up, and then we never see the police again. And then the blast happens, and they just leave. Like, it just, yeah, they just rushed. I felt like they rushed it. They didn't had a clear ending how to, wrap things up, and it just became a mess by the end. Interesting ideas, how just a small thing or misunderstanding, or but like it was just a small little push they needed to all of this to happen, right? The inspector wanted to go behind them, and I think it just went on too long, that he's working with him, then he's working with him, he's like, now do anything with him, leave me. Like there's too much back and forth, backstabbing. Is he working for him, is he working for him? Like it just became a khichdi by the end. And yeah, it wasn't clear at certain moments. The wife, why you are killing, don't do anything, and then she only takes the kid, and then suddenly the moment she's like putting the kid, at least let your husband come out of this situation, but no, in the middle only she leaves, and then again they beat him up. Like, yeah, it didn't make sense to me. And then yeah, whatever happened, just that's the thing, right? Like the ending of the film is something you remember for a longer time. Now all the good stuff, suddenly my brain is just replaying those last moments of the film in my head, and that's not a good thing. That's what happens in such situations. But all right, it was a good experience. I don't know if what's going, how well is the film to the box office, will we gonna get part one or not. Like a lot of unanswered questions. Who was they can cast a good actor and we could get a combo of like how Kali became Kali and who was Dileep and what was the relationship and what really happened, how did he die, like all those moments. That was an interesting scene, how he goes and kills the main guy itself in the station. That was interesting. But yeah, a lot of interesting elements, but even they even come together for most parts, but then by the end just things starts to fall apart for a film that's happening within the one night. And of course we take that whole chunk of backstory where we get the moment between like a romance moment also, and then we get a whole kind of backstory. That's not even a backstory, it's like little bit, but then it's mostly happening in one night. For that kind of a narrative, 2 hour 45 minutes. Now, having seen the film, it feels a bit long. I think the moment we come back and then that whole 16 minute, I think it's a 16-minute long take. It just, I think it moment there was like from the moment where they get out and they have to hunt the inspector. I think from there it just was stretched a bit long. Maybe it could have been much faster, and then we could have just, and then he just kills everyone. Then he comes house, and then he just went for too long. We just could have wrapped up things where the father shows up there only, and then he kills the whole family there, ends up killing the whole family there. It could have been much better, and then he comes home and he has to leave, like something like that. So only if if they cast someone interesting for Dileep and we get to see them together, maybe a backstory kind of, which I don't know how they'll make that interesting. They have to end the film with Dileep going missing or Dileep getting killed. So maybe they can take a different genre altogether for that. I hope you had a good time. If you did, do like, share and subscribe, check out other videos, and I will see you next time.